Good afternoon or good morning, depending upon where you are. My name is Antonio Ross. I'm the owner of the Notary Seal. So this course is intended to be a pre-course to teach you the basics of becoming a notary public, which is a prerequisite for being a notary signing agent. Before I get too much into the course, I do want to just state that this course does teach you basics of being a notary signing, a notary public, but it is not intended to rewrite any laws. So if there are any established laws that have changed since this course content was created, we do ask that you reference your states, in this case, the Commonwealth of Virginia, on any laws or updates that have been made. So with that being said, I want to get into the course. This pre-course is broken down into 5 parts. Those parts are intended to be small, 5 to 6 minute segments. This one will start off with this quick introduction, just pretty much about the company and how we got started. So give me one moment while I go to the next slide here. Okay, so as you see on this slide, you see myself, Antonio Ross. I am on the right. My wife, Amelia Ross, is on the left. And this is just a quick company bio, which I won't go into, but I will tell you this. We've been doing, working as notary signing agents for a number of years now. And actually the way we got started was because my wife was a stay-at-home mom after we had my son. And she wanted to do something that she could provide for the family financially, but still have the flexibility to be able to put my son on and off the bus and so forth that a lot of parents look for when they have children. So we got into notary, being a notary first, and then also looking into actually being a notary signing agent, which we found that there was not a lot of information out there to teach you how to become a notary signing agent. And then once you become, because you have to become a notary first, and once you become a notary, how do you actually start to make money being a notary signing agent? Because that's typically where you make more money. A lot of people have become notaries, but they're not making any money. So our goal was to put some training together to get you started with just understanding what being a notary signing agent is. And then also how to go forward with actually getting into to the part where you're making money, which is what we're all looking for. So I'm going to move on to the next slide, actually get into the content. Again, this first pre-course is just to teach you how to be a notary public, not a notary signing agent, because a notary public is a prerequisite to become a notary signing agent. So this is just to go through the basics of being a notary public. I'm going to just start off with some of the things that a notary public certifies. So a notary public certifies the signature on a document, also that the signer acted willingly and agreed to the terms of the document. They made a statement under oath in some cases, depending upon the type of document, which we'll talk about later. Also, they can certify a copy is an accurate reproduction of the original document. So they certify a copy of a document, and that the document was signed on a specific date. Now, the information that a notary is not certifying is that information on that document or the content on that document is true, and it doesn't legalize or validate a document. If there's any flaws in the document, those flaws will remain. And this, the other thing about being a notary public, notary public. So, like I said, it's not necessarily a big money maker just being a notary public. It can be. People have different ways of doing things. However, the maximum fee that you can charge as a notary public is $5 per paper notarization. And you are also able to charge travel fees. Now, if you are, there's also, which we don't go into, you can also be a remote notary. And then in that case, when you're doing it electronically, the maximum fee is $25. And these are fees established by the state of Virginia. All right, so next is the type of notarial acts that are being performed. So there are 2 types of notarial acts. And notarial acts is just pretty much saying what the notary is certifying. So one is an acknowledgement. An acknowledgement identifies the signer and have the signer acknowledge that he or she signed the document. So with an acknowledgement, the signer does not have to sign the document in front of the notary. The only thing you're saying is that the signer is acknowledging that that is in fact their signature. Okay. The other document, the other type of notarial act is a jurat. And a jurat identifies the signer and has the signer swear that the statement in the document is true. The difference, one of the main differences between an acknowledgement and a jurat is that the document must be signed in front of the notary. This is very important. With a jurat, the document must be signed in front of the notary. However, with the acknowledgement, you do not have to sign in front of the notary. And we'll get more in detail about that. All right, so that's all. So like I said, we wanted to keep these segments very short. And we will see you in the next part of the video. You enjoy your day.